Have you guys ever gotten food poisoning from popcorn? I want to hear your stories. Chat, I want to hear your stories. Send it in.
Chat for,
Welcome to Food Poisoning, the number one food poisoning podcast on Twitch. And every week we discuss food poisoning cases and how to deal with it.
We do.
It's our favorite pastime.
This is a food poisoning podcast now. An FPP.
Welcome to the Three Grandmas podcast. We've got another episode of Yapping about movies.
No, it's gonna double. You're gonna get mad. Okay.
What?
I'm sorry. Every time I put my iPod in, I have to mute it.
Oh, yeah.
Immediately. You have to do it immediately.
Oh, I did it.
Grab it real quick.
See, can you hear the double is happening again? My fat sausage fingers don't ever get the button.
Fat sausage finger.
Don't do your own fingers like that. Don't do that.
No, like people are fans of the fatness of the fingers. Trust me, it's great.
You know, I always feel that there's that scene in Shrek 2 when the fairy godmother's like, "Don't point those dirty green sausages at me," and I'm always like every time.
I think it sounds like she does want him to point those dirty green sausages at her, right?
100%.
It feels 100%. Racist the way she says it. It's like, I don't know.
Who's your favorite character from Shrek?
Puss in Boots. Not even close.
Powerful. Time. Do you have a favorite?
I'm sorry. I was listening to audio
favorite
on the
character from Pussy
Shrek?
Pussy.
Yeah, from Shrek.
Yeah. You know what? You're right. Puss in Boots. It's probably Puss in Boots.
Okay, but you guys can't say the same things. It's not fun.
Wait,
I think. What about Gingerbread Man?
I claimed him.
Gingerbread Man is my guy. He's so fun.
I like Pinocchio.
He's cool. Pinocchio's fire.
Cool. Yeah.
Cool. I think Shrek is.
He wears women's crazy underwear.
Yeah.
Because like the writing is elevated over the animation. I feel like, especially in the first one.
Yeah.
And you never expect it to be as funny.
Especially the second one.
Killer writers.
The first one is pretty good, but the second one's incredible. Like the second one was one of the best movies ever made, I think.
Whoa. Okay.
100%. I think the writing in Shrek 2 is immaculate. But that's not what we're talking about. I mean, it's kind of related. There's some like shots from Shrek 2 that, you know, the palm trees shots from Shrek 2. That's in Mulholland Drive. Yeah. So this week is Time's choice, and take it away, Time. What did you pick?
Oh man, we are watching a movie that I have heard about for the longest time. I've heard rumblings of it being good. I've heard rumblings of it being crazy. And yeah, we've been on a David Lynch kick. All because of JC. I have seen Twin Peaks, so I like that, and then we've been going down the rabbit hole with that. So we chose Mulholland Drive, or I chose Mulholland Drive. I was very excited to watch it, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
Facts.
Before we get into actually talking about Mulholland Drive, can we have a conversation about how shit streaming services are? And
which ones?
All of them.
What happened?
So I look up Mulholland Drive and I'm like, oh, there's two streaming services that have Mulholland Drive. One is Stan, and the other one's HBO Max. At least in Australia. So I'm like, HBO Max, I've got it with ads, so I don't really want to watch ads while watching Mulholland Drive, so I'll pick Stan. I'll watch it on Stan. So I'm watching it on Stan, I'm like, this is meant to be I've set the settings to high quality, and I'm watching it, and it looks like complete dog shit. Like, it looks awful. It's pixelated, there's artifacts in the black. It looks so bad. So I'm like, okay, I'll switch to HBO Max, I'll just cop the ads, that's fine. So I switched to HBO Max. It's the 4K restoration. Great. It looks good. Looks fantastic. I'm watching it. But then I notice the frame rate starts dipping every 3-4 seconds. And I'm like, is that meant to be happening? Is that a stylistic choice from David Lynch? Is that something he's doing? Which is something, because you know, movies like Mad Max Fury Road, they do stuff like they remove frames, increase the frame rate. I thought maybe that was the case, but it just kept happening. And I was like, okay, it's just lagging now. So that's two streaming services that have shit quality versions of the movie uploaded to the streaming service. So what I ended up having to do is go to Apple TV and rent it for $5.99. So I rented it. It's perfect. Works like a charm. There's no issue. So it had nothing to do with my internet or my bandwidth or anything, because it could play the rented version perfectly. Right. It's just these streaming services and the way they compress these movies, and I think it's a real problem.
Yeah.
You know, fuck streaming services. Can we get rid of them finally and just go back to the good old days?
If they just got rid of the streaming services and made everyone pay like a small nominal fee for the content, like reduce, like right now I'm paying like $3.50 for a movie in HD on Amazon Prime to rent, right? And if like we reduce that and like it was quality, then because like I canceled all my streaming services because I found myself I wasn't utilizing it because like once in a while I'll watch something on Netflix, but like not enough to pay $20 a month, dog.
Or just upload the movies in high quality the way that Apple TV does when you rent them. Like
they don't want
it's the same thing. I'm paying to stream the movie, and it pays and it works perfectly.
Yeah, it's a bizarre choice to upload it in such inferior quality.
I don't get it. I don't
understand. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
But and especially you want to watch a movie like this in like the best quality you can. It's one of the best looking films.
No,
get in the 4K? Why not?
I don't think so. On Amazon Prime, it was just the HD version. I think it's just like, and so it looked very good though. It was not bad, but like now that I think about it, I'm like, there wasn't the super high res version.
So
what did you watch at time?
Yeah,
other ways. Yeah,
other ways. Okay, you had the good version, right?
But did you?
That's what I should do.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So like, it had the message at the start saying it was the 4K restoration, like supervised by David Lynch.
Yeah.
But no, this is Mulholland Drive. I want to ask Prag first because he's the oldest of us.
No, I'm not. People say that, but it's not true. I'm the youngest.
What your relationship with Mulholland Drive is, and did you see it when it came out?
What's interesting about this movie? I thought I had a different relationship with this movie than I knew. I had forgot everything in this movie, I feel like. And what I thought this movie was not exactly. It was more of an amalgamation of David Lynch things. I do remember that there was like, it's at the end of the day, it's a film noir, right? Like he loves to do. I'm shocked that I didn't remember how stunning Naomi Watts' performance was, because to me, she kind of carries this motherfucker because she does and the interesting thing about this movie that I didn't realize until I saw it again was that this was an ABC pilot that he went back and added to, and then when I saw
by certain plot threads, you can tell.
You can see that now that you know it, right? Because you can see that. But then he spent $6 million on the pilot, and then Studio Canal in France paid for the rest, like another $48 million. Right, for like all the other stuff that they did. I think they added like the Club Silencio, and they added the ending, and I think they extended the relationship between Naomi Watts and her love interest. Rita. This movie's so dense, and like maybe we should just get into like the beginning of it and like. Mysteries.
Well, I kind of want to talk about where I came into watching Mulholland Drive. That almost came out wrong.
Right, where you came, yeah. A lot of opportunities to came on
Mulholland Drive.
This is a movie that you could do. But so I watched this movie again. It's the same thing with Blue Velvet. I saw it when I was, I think, like 18, 19. Again, a very maldeveloped brain. But I enjoyed this one more than Blue Velvet when I first saw it. I found it super interesting, but just like I couldn't wrap my head around it or make two ends of it, to be honest. And again, it was the same issue before, is that I thought the acting was unintentionally bad, but it's not. It's very, very, very intentional, and like every single David Lynch thing I've seen, and you can tell it's intentional because there's scenes where Naomi Watts is acting in universe, and she does a terrific job. So everything else is completely what David Lynch is going for and what he wants, and it's very like old style Hollywood acting. It's like a 50s actress transplanted into 2001 Hollywood. And you could tell it's 2001 by the haircuts and like the low cut pants and jeans and stuff. Yeah, it's very
horrific
yes.
clothing.
All the guys with
century.
spiky hair.
All the guys with spiky hair. Justin
Yeah.
Theroux especially.
Mhm.
I mean, he literally looks like James Gunn from that time period. Or
Just like fucking Fred Durst, I felt like in some of those scenes with the pants.
Yeah.
And the glasses, right? They had those Ray-Ban frames that everyone loved back then.
What I also love about this movie, and like we'll get more into it, but like surface level, it's also just hilarious. Like there's just some scenes in this movie that I find like incredibly funny.
They go for a comedy for sure sometimes.
Yeah. I want to get into it, but I want to talk to Time about like obviously you'd heard of it, and you knew of like its kind of zeitgeist, but was it what you were expecting? And
so I will say this, because I knew there was a twist and I heard there was a twist, I was waiting for it. But at a certain point, the movie just pulled me in too much to where I forgot that was going to be a thing. And then when it happened, I was just like, oh, whoa, I wasn't expecting that. Even though I just forgot about it. So yeah, I just came into this movie as a complete blank slate, like I had amnesia, it was in a car crash. And just blown away. This movie just blew me away. The one thing that I was like, okay, this movie is going to be my favorite movie of all time is while it was starting and we're getting to the thing, I'm standing there and I'm talking to Flame, and we're kind of watching it and doing other things. And then I told her, I just, again, I know nothing about this movie. Absolutely nothing except there's a twist, and it's a good movie, and it's famous, whatever.
It's mind bendy.
Yeah, that's all I know, right? Nothing about the details, nothing. I don't know plot points, nothing. So I don't know why, I just randomly thought to myself, and I told Flame, I said, hey, you know what? What would have been great if Rita Hayworth existed years down the timeline, and she was married to David Lynch, and he put her in a bunch of movies, and it was awesome, and people loved and adored her more than they do now. David Lynch would have treated her a million times better. And then we watched the movie 10 minutes later, and there's a poster of Rita Hayworth on the fucking wall, and the main character, one of the co-main character, she doesn't know her name, so she just sees the poster and she's like, "My name's Rita."
That's kind of crazy.
Cast this Mexican actress because
again
she looked like Rita Hayworth. This was his homage to Rita Hayworth.
I loved her so much. Camille, I loved her so much. But yes,
Camilla Rhodes
blew me away.
Are you mad they didn't give her red hair though?
I know, right? Should have.
On the nose, probably. And they didn't want to overdo it.
I will say this, as like a lot of people that I've seen online, they're confused at the ending of the movie, and I was confused too a little bit. So I was reading some stuff on it, this and that, whatever, and then I came across a video of David Lynch, and he's somewhere being asked a question. A bunch of people are watching him, and some lady walks up and she said, "I saw the movie with my son, and we liked it, but what does it mean?" And everyone starts laughing, this and that, whatever. And then David Lynch essentially just says that when he makes movies, sometimes he doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't understand the themes, and it drives him crazy. And then he specifically mentioned Eraserhead. He goes, "My first thing, I made it. I didn't know what Eraserhead was about. I didn't know the themes. It didn't make any sense to me. I made it." And then he goes, and then I read the Bible, and there was one specific phrase that I was like, this is what the movie's about. But he never says what it is. He likes to be cryptic. But then he said something that I thought was like, when I saw this, I had to keep rewinding it because I wanted to hit it in my head because this is something in music I love about. He said he knows what the themes and what the movie means to him, but that's for him. What he wants is when people watch it, everyone's different. He wants them to transplant their ideas onto the movie and to see what they want the movie to be. What's up, Dutch? How you doing, buddy? So
come on, Dutch.
He told this lady, "You know what this movie's about. You can feel it in your heart. You know what it is. So whatever you think this movie's about, that's valid. That's what it's about." So that really just, I was like, man, David Lynch fucking gets it. Like he he's that guy. And
Yeah.
there's a lot of I want to bring up this band I absolutely love, Coheed and Cambria. They made a whole giant epic space saga called the Amory Wars. And every song is specifically about something. It fits into a narrative. There's a whole story. It's an amazing story. If you know the story from front to back, it's fantastic. You'll love it. The same thing as another band called the Deer Hunter. They made the Axe stories. Again, 1 through 5, amazing. If you know the stories, you love them. You're going to cry. It's great.
Concept
but the things
albums.
about those two projects are, if you listen to the album to the song specifically, you can put anything you want into those songs. It's extremely malleable. So even though the song's about a little boy who is walking down the river and some man comes up to him and says, "Hey, your mom's going to die one day," and they reminisce, and it's like a whole thing and it's touching. You could essentially make that song mean anything you want because the lyrics are kind of ambiguous like that. And that's what I love about David Lynch.
Yeah, and I think that's what I was trying to get at last week. Like exactly what you're saying, the way you articulate it is what I was trying to get at last week, is that David Lynch, I feel like when he makes a movie, he's like, he has all of these feelings like about Hollywood and about the way that we project ourselves onto people in Hollywood. But and he uses like the cinematic language to try and get close to what he's feeling, if that makes sense. But it's not like there's like a set stone explanation for everything. And I don't think there is for this movie either. I think this movie really plays with dream logic. And I mean, basically the second scene is two detectives. One of them talks about how he's been having dreams about, or like premonitious dreams about how he saw, like he came to this diner and he saw his co-worker standing in the corner, and we see that happen later with Rita or Camilla, and then he walks out. They both walk out, and he's talking about how he saw this like man
monster.
He's like monster. He's like behind the walls as a homeless man. And by the way, scary scene. Just right out the gate. But like he's walking out from the corner, and I think, and then we see it. And I think,
why do you think the homeless person was so overkill? Like, you know, like heavy makeup, heavy.
Yeah, it was like it was covered in mud or something.
Yeah, I think it's because it's a dream. It's like the way that our dreams kind of
amplify everything.
Amplify everything. Yeah. And I think it kind of also ties into the fact that, like, you know, Los Angeles is the place where dreams come true, and but the movie is kind of like, the feeling that the movie's going for is that dreams, like good dreams can come true, but bad dreams also come true in Los Angeles. Like it grants all those wishes, sort of thing. And yeah, it's just like a really, really loose narrative about how you can get lost in Hollywood, you can get lost in roles, and yeah, I really enjoy this movie a lot.
It feels like David Lynch is a television that's broadcasting from an antenna that is society, right? Society is broadcasting through him, and he doesn't know when he's making it what it means. Just like things go through us, commercials, video game, everything we consume every day, right? Everything we learn in school, it's all being rebroadcast through us through like a prism, right? It's like a light that shines through us, and then the art becomes like that refraction prism where you see all the colors explode, right? And then like, what does color mean? What does violet mean? What does green mean? What does blue mean? It doesn't have words meaning. It has its own meaning in the context of the other colors.
Yes, yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. I think you've really hit on exactly what David Lynch is going for. It's like it's symbolism, but like it's almost like intuitive. But
he doesn't know the symbol yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He doesn't have the cipher yet, and so later he's trying to figure it out too. I think we're figuring it out together because our cipher is different than his, and that's a wonderful thing about art, right? Because it's also for him to enjoy as well as us, because we can refract our different fucking experience through it, right? And like that's why you can show 10 people the same thing and they'll have 10 different opinions about what it is, like a Rorschach test.
And it's almost like we can't control what interests us, right? Like we can't control what interests us. It just happens. We can't control what we're attracted to. It just happens. We can't control who we fall in love with. It just happens. And it's kind of the same with the way that David Lynch makes movies. He can't control. It feels like he can't control what he wants to film. He just kind of does it, and then we kind of reap the benefits of that sort of articulation
And you know what he does
through
that a
cinema.
lot of people do, that he probably, why he's so successful, he takes the limiters off and he takes the filters off, because other directors are projecting all the shit they've been through their own thing, but they're putting dampers on everything. And what he doesn't do is he just lets it fucking go.
Yeah. And what's great about David Lynch is he has all of the technical ability in the world. Like he's a master, like technical craftsman. But then he just does what he wants with it. Like the the difference between the way that Betty acts as a character, as a woman, is so different to the actress like version of Betty where she's
We're gonna get into that part. That was
up
crazy.
against with what was his name? I think the actor's name is Chad Everett. The old guy who she was acting against. She's spectacular in that scene and very like dramatic and like real like like real prestige drama acting. And then as soon as she switches off, she's back to the kind of the loosey goosey. Actually this character reminds me a lot of the character of Audrey Horne from Twin Peaks. Like very curious, very.
It was supposed to be her, yeah.
Was it that actress was meant to play?
Well,
really?
Because this movie was supposed to be a spin-off series, and it was Audrey Horne's move to Hollywood. That's the premise of the whole Mulholland Drive was supposed to be.
I had no idea, but like very similar characters, I think. And Audrey Horne's my favorite character in Twin Peaks. Like,
it's fantastic.
And it's not even close. But
who plays Audrey Horne again in the Twin Peaks TV?
I can't remember
Cheryl.
her name. No, Cheryl Lee is Laura.
Something Fern, right?
That's okay. I can look it up later.
But
it's crazy how much he loves the 50s and nostalgia, right? Because that's when he grew up, right? And so this is a perfect example of how he's taking all of these 50s concepts and images and aesthetics and stuff, and then it filters through them, and you get like what you see behind here, where there's the film within the film, and that's almost as beautiful as this film, right? Because he's making this, and I love, like, I took when this scene came on, I got my phone on, I took a picture of the TV screen, and then I went backwards to try to up-res it and stuff, and I thought it was like and like the beginning when he has the swing dancing. Right. Yeah. And you're like, what the fuck is this movie? It's like, this is about swing dancing. And then later you find that's where Betty got her fucking break. And she's in that thing. Right. And like, but like the way he did it with the overlays and like, like it was just like, like it was very interesting. Like it was a new probably technology that he had access, that overlay stuff that everyone takes for granted now, because he uses it a lot. Right. You have that old couple that she meets at the airport. And the other thing is, like, this movie is full of classic Hollywood actors and actresses that he puts in as like markers. I feel like
Chad Everett that I mentioned.
Like, what do you think about the old Betty comes down the escalator with this lady, and then the man shows up, and then they're doing this weird laughing thing in the limp. What is that? What is that about?
I feel like part of
is it like she's being tricked, or
like I think one thing that David Lynch is very interested in is kind of the the surface level good-natured stuff, like grandparents laughing, that's sweet, that's nice.
Really? I thought
no listen
okay.
You gotta let me finish my thought.
I thought that was your final point.
No, let me finish my thought. So
okay.
David Lynch is super interested in the juxtaposition of dark and light, like genuine light and genuine dark at the same time, and he creates this unease with both of those things. Like, for example, at the during the concert scene, or when that lady's singing, like her voice is beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's and it's a beautiful song as well. And it makes you feel something. It makes you feel happy. It makes you feel it's beautiful. But then he kind of makes you feel uneasy when it becomes a disembodied voice while the singer like falls over and dies. It's like so it creates this unease, right? And I think it's the same thing with those two old people. Like normally like grandparents laughing and smiling and being happy, it's like it's a sweet thing. Oh, it's like sweet grandparents. um but then they do it for too long and they just keep smiling and keep
Yeah.
smiling, and then it becomes this juxtaposition. It becomes uneasy. It becomes like
You're saying
creepy.
that LA's phony. This is the phoniness, right? She comes down like she has. This is the way you operate. This is her operating system for LA. That this is how you talk, and everyone's kind to each other. But there's really a darkness underneath.
I
Is
would
that what he's trying to
say
do? Like this is a
no, because
veneer,
no,
a
because
thin veil.
I think David Lynch thinks all of the good things about Hollywood, like you say it's veiled or fake. I don't think he thinks it's fake. I think he genuinely thinks the good things about Hollywood are good and beautiful and sunny. But at the same time, there is that underlying darkness. Like I don't think he ever thinks like positive emotions and positive stuff is fake. I don't think he thinks it's a veil. I think two things exist at the same time, and that's what creates unease.
And the
If that
good
makes
actors
sense.
are trying to fight for that goodness, right? Like the people who are still
Yeah,
like even the landlady at the apartments is still rooting for, it's not like the
yeah,
evil.
I
yeah,
think
and it's the same in Twin Peaks. It's the same in Blue Velvet.
I see that.
I think the elderly couple were a representation of the last time she was like genuinely true and happy. And then they get thrown in the limo and whisked away, and they're just laughing because it's fleeting. And then at the very end, it shows up again, and that's when she eventually kills herself.
So I want to ask you something, Tom. Are you telling me that those two grandparents are symbolic of something?
There we go. It's so
Are
crazy.
you telling me that they represent, that there's meaning, that they represent something? Is that what I'm hearing right now from you?
I think
Is that what I'm hearing?
If I'm not going to call it symbolic. I'll call it shapeism.
Okay.
I'll call it shapeism.
All right, that's a new word. We're inventing new words here, boys.
Would you guys move in? How much would you want to pay for an apartment that gorgeous that she got to stay in?
It's a
whoa.
Was
that would cost a lot of money nowadays, right?
I think she was living at Melrose Place.
I mean,
right?
I love
Isn't
it.
that Melrose Place? But that's
what it
such a
looked like.
cool. It's such a beautiful building, and like the apartments are fucking gigantic, and all that Mission style classic tile. All the original appointments, like even the sink was original. I felt like from when they built it.
I think the
50s.
only thing is changed. The only thing I changed the color of the walls. I think they're a bit.
No, you can't, because that's very muy traditional. Like, listen, it's going to keep it nice and cool in there. The adobo.
fair. I just think you need a little bit more light. But
I'm trying to, like, one of the things that got me, had to remind myself this is a David Lynch movie and there's not logic rules, is the opening scene with the limousine crash. And like you know, which is a wonderful classic homage to all the 1950s joyriding movies and all the cornering, like that's just ripped right from a lot of those movies, right? The James Dean movies. And then the fucking thing comes around the corner and explodes into, and then she walks away from it. And I'm like, obviously in IRL, if you are anywhere near something like that, everyone has exploded. Yeah. And like the way she's just like walking away from it, like you would hear screaming and crying because there's a lot of people, and like that was a violent outside, like the explosion. Roof, like going, that was a lot. That would be a horrific cry,
terrible scene,
right? And then I love, like, she's at the top of like Canyon Boulevard and she sees the Sunset Strip at the bottom, right? And that's, you know, where all like fucking Comedy Store is, and all the famous you know, the Strip, Whiskey A Go Go. And so she starts walking down, like, listen, and then the next scene is she's just like strolling into the neighborhood. And I'm like, listen, you can't just walk in heels like that. But this is David Lynch, and this is happening in Powell World, right? This is happening in another place that's not here.
Dreamland.
For that
Metaphor Land.
that was something that I struggled with the entire movie, or to a point where these things are happening, and JC alluded to it earlier with when she was talking to the older couple, her action was so like hammed up, and it was like this. What is
very
this?
weird? Yeah.
What are these lines she's delivering? What is this dialogue? It was like just crazy.
It's literally like Sunset Boulevard. Like, I'm ready for my makeup.
Yeah.
It's like, am I ready for my close up? Yeah.
And then as things progress in the movie, she meets Rita, and she's like, "Oh, there's a naked woman taking a shower. I'll talk to you when you're done showering." And like all these things are just so like, everything's just falling into place. She's so understanding. Like, there's things that happen that are crazy, but she's not fazed by it. So I'm like, this isn't logical. Like, this is crazy. Like, no one acts like this, even in a dreamlike Hollywood. I get it now. I get it.
It's a dream like Hollywood. There we go. It's like the American
clicked,
dream.
I was like, that's it. Makes sense.
Yeah.
And we always talk about Mommy Dearest, which was one of our favorite movies, where they have capture that melodrama from the era, where that's how people, if you're being polite and professional in a that sort of society, you had to talk like that. Mm-hmm. Like, that's how women were expected to talk if they had any education and manners. And like, you were lucky she didn't have white gloves on. Right? All that shit. Like, if you look at one of those movies from then, it makes more sense. But like, David Lynch loves to take those character mindsets and put them in the modern era, right? And so like, we experienced this to a certain extent in Blue Velvet, where there was that melodrama, but not as I just love Naomi Watts' performance in this thing.
Yes.
Like she could have fucked this up so many different ways. And like, you could do that melodrama and it would be so shitty and bad that you just, and like, I was like, okay, yeah, Naomi, like, whatever you want. Whatever you want.
Well, let's do it.
I get it. And then when she does that fucking scene with the old man, like Tab Hunter or whatever the fuck he's supposed to be, and I'm like, oh, she's not going to do that great. It's going to be a problem here. And she just like cooks everything. And like,
not only that,
she might be one of the greatest actors of all time, Naomi Watts, especially in the 2000s from all the all those great movies.
Yeah, but not only that, but she takes what she's being given and reworks the scene, because she practices the scene with what's her name earlier. But she could, with Rita earlier. But
the guy tries to intimidate her and she won't get intimidated.
So
she's like, okay,
so she uses that in the performance. It's so good. It's so like, oh, man.
It's actually, it's a shame she wasn't nominated for Best Actress just for that
scene. Yeah.
It's such a phenomenal monologue. You can call it a monologue because it is a 2-actor scene, but it's really like, that's one of the great scenes. And if you're a young actor or actress, like, that's what you want. That's if when you can do that, then you're ready. Right?
And it's a shame that scene had to go to waste, because it turns out that
scary
that
and erotic at the same time. And I'm like, oh my God, what are they going to do in the scene?
Yeah,
like,
it was scary for a little bit. I was like,
it was, all the, like, that's the craziest thing about acting. It's like, it can make you feel 2 or 3 emotions at the same time when they're really getting you like a delicious meal. You feel sweet, sour, crispy, soft, all those things, what you feel. And most acting and shit you see now is just sweet or just sour or just this. And she's giving us, and a lot of the other people in this are giving us all those complicated fucking things, man. It's great. It's amazing.
I think I'll go ahead, JC. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was just going to answer Major Dutch. You say, remember some of this film? Was it about? I forgot. It's kind of hard to describe what this film's about. It's, I mean,
about 2 hours.
2.5 hours. Plot-wise, it's about 2 women. One who's in a car crash, and she walks out alive, and another one about a blonde starlet who's just moving into Hollywood and is trying to make it. And then their paths cross. There's a mystery about the woman with amnesia and who she was.
And they formed the number 1 lesbian detective team in Los Angeles.
But
I was here for that relationship. I'm like, yes. I couldn't believe it. I didn't see that coming. Did you guys see that coming?
Well, I've seen the movie before, but
I mean, no. But you forget. Like, I forgot. I didn't think they were gonna. I thought there was gonna be tension.
Yeah.
But the scene when she gets in bed and she's like, because like the energy that Naomi was giving was kind of like, take that wig off. You don't have to wear the wig. She was like she was like annoyed by her or something. Like,
she was annoyed that she was annoyed that she was kind of projecting herself onto her. Like she was
Oh,
projecting
yeah.
Naomi Watts onto her,
And then they have that
yeah,
scene where they finally consummate the tension, and it's like, But to me,
it's
that scene was
so
not as
earned.
good as the scene in the acting studio in the
No,
audition, because I feel like the other actress is playing like
Laura
somebody who's
Harring.
been traumatized still, and it was like a lot of the scenes she's kind of like floating through it and stuff.
Yeah, I can see that. I
But
want to talk
it was
about, because we talked about earlier how it was originally conceived as a pilot episode. It was about 90 minutes long, and that version is out there somewhere. But do you think those scenes that have what seem to set up plot points that don't come back? Do you think that, like, for example, the scene where the guy breaks in and he steals a black book, that I think would have been more important in a TV series, but it just goes by the, like, it isn't mentioned again. The little tiny guy, the dancing one from Twin Peaks, he's like a underbelly cabal mob boss in Hollywood. Like he's shown
She's
twice
still missing.
and then never mentioned again. He never shows up again. Do you find them to be features or bugs with the fact that he kept them in, even though they weren't going to go
I
anywhere?
think that was
you know what
like
I mean?
his Quentin Tarantino moment with the break-in with the guy, the mob hit, essentially, where he's like
seems so
pretending to be
funny.
his friend, and then why does my fucking alarm keep going? I'm sorry, gang.
Okay.
And like he does, he shoots him, and then the cleaning guy sees it, and he has to deal with all that stuff. And like that
So he
was like,
shoots
to
the
me,
assistant.
it's kind of like to me a little bit of homage, because right in the end of the 90s, like Tarantino had been cooking a lot, and like not
Yeah.
directly, but I feel like that comedy violence is something that Tarantino is very famous for, right? You have the Hawaiian burger scene in Pulp Fiction, and like the tension and the thing, but I don't think David Lynch pulled it off as well, and I don't think he does action as well, and I didn't like the limousine crash as much, because I feel like that was like felt like a TV show explosion. And I don't know if there was some in like the scene when he walks in on his wife banging
So funny.
Achy Breaky Heart, Billy Ray
I
Cyrus.
disagree. Yeah.
It was good, but I feel like if Tarantino did it, it would have been excellent. It was
I don't agree.
3.5 stars, and those scenes would have been 6 stars for him.
I
Just
don't
because
agree.
of different reasons, and that's just personal. It's not that
Like,
there was bad.
No, I see those scenes, and it reminds me of some of the weird kind of comedy that you see in Twin Peaks. Like it's the exact same. Like it has the kind of the repeating music motif that's kind of comedic that Twin Peaks does.
It's
I
folksy.
I feel like he nails it. Actually,
Did you know one of the? Did you
I
see
loved
that
when
guy's
Billy
name was
Ray. Yeah,
Billy
go on.
D's Nuts? One of the mobsters, and when they're interviewing that waitress in the parking lot, and they go into the van. I checked the to see who the actor was, because it looked like Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers. Because sometimes he shows up in
I thought
a lot
it was,
of. He acts like Flea has been in a lot of movies, right?
He was in Baby
And so I
Driver.
was, and then the character's name was like Billy D's Nuts, and I'm like, that's the kind of David Lynch shit that you that's a kid joke. That's an Easter egg, right? Because nobody's gonna look up that fucking side character, and then you get this nuts joke, and it's 1999 when he makes it. And I'm like, oh shit.
But like,
that's fire.
Just some of the delivery of like the way Billy Ray Cyrus is like just forget about it. It's better this way. It's just hilarious to me. There's that scene where the big goon shows up to his apartment.
Oh yeah.
He's like this huge meathead. He's got these enormous hands. And like she's like, get out of my house, and he just like pushes her behind. It's like Adam. And she like jumps on him, and like he just simply like pulls her like he's Shrek. It's like, it's so funny. Yeah, I think it delivers it. Like those
are definitely for a larger show, though. Those are definitely like those are like probably scenes he loved from the pilot series. He probably wrote all 12 episodes, and he probably picked things for the movie, The Canal, once he got the funding, because then he could get Billy Ray and he could get Naomi Watts and the other, and then he kept that, and it was really good. And I love how he had the pink. I love the pink paint on the jewelry, because I thought, but I said to myself, you know what would have been even funnier to take this further is like she tries to throw the jewelry right in the dishwasher to get the paint off immediately, or she tries to skip him and goes right to put it in the washing, try to rinse it off before it sets. And that would have been another madcap level that you want in a scene like that, because you want to keep adding things to make the craziness increase, right? But I love how he had the pink and black outfit he wore for a long time after that, the splatter, and then the scene with the when he takes the golf driver and the mafioso's car because they don't like the fact that Jack Nicholson actually did that. I think it was for Chinatown or something like that. That actually happened, supposedly.
Oh, wow.
That's hilarious. And there's also there's just like little things that you could tell was going to go somewhere, like that little relationship that Justin Theroux's character Adam has with his assistant over the phone. Like you can tell the assistant wants it, and he doesn't. He's fumbling kind of hard, but it's just so funny. It was interesting. It was funny. It was like
she had a really nice role. Her assistant. I think the way she played that phone call was really good.
Really good. Yeah.
Really like little tiny performance. You get maybe 15 lines or whatever, but then you knock it out of the park, right? That's what you love to see, right? There's no small roles, just small actors.
Yeah, and the cowboy. Got to talk about the cowboy as well. He's so good. You need to fix your attitude. Like he keeps asking him, like he keeps talking to him, and the way Justin Theroux responds, he's just like, sure. Like, yeah, whatever. Like, he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, like, what do you mean? Like,
are you just saying
like,
yes
get to the facts? Like,
because you want me to say yes? No, yeah, I agree with everything you said. Yeah. What I say?
And then he gives him an answer. He does answer him. He gets it right, but he's still just like, he doesn't give a fuck.
So,
he's done with the day. Yeah.
I feel like in everything that David Lynch does, there is a self-insert character in in whatever project is. So, what character was his self-insert? It's a cowboy, right?
Interesting.
I feel like it was the cowboy,
the landlady,
Coco.
Right? Yeah, I think he's Coco. He's just trying to like help everyone get to their scenes, and like you have makeup, and like and then you're I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like I feel like he always wants to be like the Louis Theroux character or the other character, but I don't think he's anything like this guy.
Louis Theroux.
Oh, Justin Theroux, whatever, the Theroux character.
Yeah,
I just don't. I think he's trying to make a cooler like his idealized version of himself, like who he was the coolest he possibly could be.
There were some scenes that were in the movie that I didn't know why they were there, and I kind of feel like it served no purpose. The Billy Ray Cyrus one, again, like I was like, I don't know what this does.
It's Hollywood, baby. That's what they want to tell you. That's everyone's fucking everyone behind your back.
I literally think it's a character beat that was meant to play on further, like in future episodes.
Yeah,
but
LA's the third character. Yeah, Hollywood's the main character, and that's something that Hollywood does.
I guess.
But yeah, go on.
In retrospect, the fail, or not the fail, the hitman shooting everybody, that makes sense in retrospect. But like it,
did you like that scene
at the time? I thought it was funny.
I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't fuck with it as much as I wanted it to. I just needed more shit to happen.
It's Betty's hope that he's bad at his job and he won't kill Rita. That's essentially what it is. It's supposed to be. So it's like, oh look, he can fuck up. See?
Yeah, because in film noir, it's always the baddies are always like, you can't defeat them. They're like the house on the hill. And that's what I feel like the guy in the room with the fucking thing, and like they're talking to him through the glass. They represent that fucking secret force that you can't deal with. That's always in these, like the Maltese Falcon. It's just like a mystery. And then they have the blue box, which is like a key from the Treasure of the Sierra Madre, which features like when they open the thing, it's a glowing thing. And then Tarantino uses it in Pulp Fiction. Like with what's in the thing is just glowing.
Yeah,
it's a mystery, and it's homage
on that scene where he was shooting everybody, which I thought again when he saw the guy down the hall and he put the vacuum, I go, oh god damn it! And he's just like, hey, come help me, I need help.
I thought it was funny with the fat lady who got shot through the wall.
Yeah, so
I thought that was funny because you're like, something bit me.
Flame was watching it. She left halfway through the movie because she had to go take care of something. So she's watching it and she's like, that's dumb. How do you not know you got shot? And I'm like, you don't go around expecting to be shot. So I think if it grazes you, because I'm sure it didn't like hit her,
right?
But if it grazes you, you're not gonna be like, ah, shit. something shot me, you're gonna be like, what the?
Right.
Something
So you have the
bites me?
silence,
hit
so you
me.
wouldn't hear it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then she fights back, and like he's gonna take her out, and then she's so
She keeps
massive that she like
hammer-fisting him.
starts hammer fisting. I'm like, oh shit!
And
It's
Yeah.
funny.
the sound effects on the hammer fisting are so loud too.
Yeah, it's so good.
See, I
It's
wanted
so
the
good.
cleaning guy to see what was going on, and then both have that moment of realization in their eyes, and then he starts to fucking try to run away more, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
go down another floor, and he has to go get him.
Mhm.
That's see, I want to add more shit that, and he's like very
I thought it was
Canadian
gonna go that
nice,
direction
where
where it
he
would
just
keep,
says, "Okay, this
he's
is
gonna keep
enough."
seeing more people.
Mm.
Right? Like, but I'm too much, and he's probably right.
I mean,
you know? But, like, you
he
know,
kills the cleaning guy, and you think his problem's solved,
Mm.
and then he
The
gets the
fire.
guy's hand and he shoots the vacuum cleaner, and it sets off the smoke detector of the
Yeah,
fire
that
alarm, the
was
whole building.
funny.
He's like, oh
Oh,
I
god,
love
damn it.
that shit.
Then he just gets
Out
out.
of the frying pan into the fire.
By the
right?
way,
And, like,
that
you think
guy,
you fix it, but
the
you
hitman,
made it worse.
he was Jacob in Lost, and I love Lost. So
And-
Was he
yeah.
in? Was he in Usual Suspects as well? Was he one of the guys on
don't
the
know.
lineup? I feel like he
No,
looks
no.
like one of them.
I don't think so.
no.
Okay.
I think it was one of those guys was in Supernatural. The blonde hitman was. I was just looking at, I always check the actors' notes, right? And so
Mark
I thought
Pellegrino.
that was the thing.
The
Which is not a show I watch, but I
the-
have a friend who really enjoys it, and his name is Dark.
What's his name?
Dark. He's a Supernatural head.
David Lynch's like composer, Angelo Badalamenti. He plays the studio exec that basically says you have to cast this woman. This is the girl, which I thought was interesting that he cast him in there as well.
He's the one that goes to,
You know how they
the-
have that meeting.
yeah.
He's the one that drinks the coffee and hates it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's Angelo
a funny scene,
Badalamenti.
too.
He's and his score is incredible, by the way, in this movie.
It's the same guy
so
that did the
good.
Twin Peaks and everything, right?
Twin Peaks one,
Yeah,
yeah. And
that's why I was like, this is a Twin Peaks
He
show.
Right.
spits the coffee on the napkin, and that guy
was
goes,
crazy.
What's happening? What's
Yeah.
happening?
What the fuck is happening?
And then like I was like,
Yeah.
oh, he's gonna spit it and then put it down, and like he just like, ugh.
He doesn't spit. He's just like mouth, like blah blah.
It's like,
It's
what
just like
else
a
is he trying to
perfect
get out of his
make a
mouth? He's like-
perfect thing. He just wanted to let you know that's not good enough, dog.
That's
not
why
it
he's
yet.
freaking out.
in the world.
It's probably fine, but it wasn't. He wanted to let him know that this is what's happening. Like you're
Mhm.
gonna cast who you're gonna cast, or I'm literally
Yeah.
gonna kill you.
Yeah, literally.
So, but like the crazy thing is that Justin goes and, or like Louis or Justin beats
Justin.
it with the fucking thing. Would you have the nuts after a scene like
No
that to
way.
attack his fucking, like you're gonna get shot, brother. But I
Even
feel like
this,
all
he
those
was
plot
dumb.
points were never really properly
started looking for him right away.
tied up because we didn't
Yeah.
have the 2,000-minute version of the season that we really
Yeah.
want of Mulholland Drive. Like
Oh,
bring
well.
it back. Netflix, like if Netflix was really great, they would try to like.
Well, they
he's
can't
dead
now. David Lynch is
I know.
No longer with
sadly
us.
passed away. But
That doesn't stop people from
he's still
trying
here.
to keep
He's
things
still
going,
here.
right?
I want to ask you guys, when you were watching this movie, were you trying to unlock kind of what the logic of it and what was going on, and then at a
I feel like
point
they
you
taped
realize
all that stuff on the end. There's like a real demarcation when you can see that the pilot ends and the studio canal production ending begins, right?
Mm.
And like even the actors look different because time has passed, right? They look a little different. Some have gained a little weight, lost a little weight.
Mhm.
Like,
But they also switch who they are. Like
Mhm.
originally, Diane was the girl in the
Right.
bed that they found in the apartment.
right, all
but
the
then-
twists come out, right?
Yeah. I think what really what really clinches the fact that it's dream logic and not there's no actual internal logic to the universe is the fact that the housemate that she switched apartments with
Oh yeah.
doesn't recognize her when she
Right.
talks to her, which I thought was really weird because like later on, like my thought process originally was, oh, they're the same person,
Mm-hmm.
like, and they've arrived in like that she's created two people based on like
Multiple personalities, like Miss
yeah,
Betty
that was
said.
like that they were trying to like, and she was
Yeah.
like basically she was excising her
Mm.
trauma with an amnesiac woman and a woman who loves Hollywood and is like enamored by it. But then like but then I was thinking, if they turned up to that woman's apartment and said, "Do you know Diane?" Surely she would have been like, "You're Diane, aren't you?"
Yeah, what are you talking about? You're
Yeah,
dying. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So that's the part that I think breaks the logic chain with this.
Mhm.
I love her
And
Naomi Watts' crazy train. Like there's
mm,
a scene where she's just like masturbating alone in the
yeah,
apartment, and you could tell she's been doing it for too long, and she's
it's not
crying and
working.
sweating. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's not
yeah, we've
doing it.
all been there. That's love. That's
She
how fucking
starts
crazy
hitting
love can get.
herself.
She's cooking herself, and she can't make it go anymore, and she's still doing it because she's so sad that she doesn't know what else to do. And I think that Naomi Watts is just fucking phenomenal. She like plays 3 or 4 different characters in this
Yeah.
almost, right?
Mm. Also, there's at the end of the film, there's a dedication to a woman, Jennifer Syme. Did you guys notice that?
I didn't notice
It said,
that part.
yeah, it said
My
dedicated
bad.
to Jennifer Syme. So
Yeah.
Jennifer Syme is an actress who was in his film before this, Lost Highway. Um, and it's the movie's dedicated to her. And what's really, really eerie is she died in 2001, the year that this movie came out.
Who
She
killed her?
visually, she looks a bit like what's her name, the main actress from this film, Laura
Naomi
Harring.
Watts?
No, Laura Harring.
Okay, yes.
The other one.
Do you think she's the
Camilla.
main actor, or do you think Naomi's the main
Well,
actor?
yeah, I think they're kind of
Okay.
they kind
Depends.
of flow and ebb on who's who.
Mhm.
But she died in a car accident. Like she died in a car accident that year, and she looks a lot like. But the thing is that David Lynch would have
He has
been
a type.
filming this movie. No, but like David Lynch would have been filming this movie already, so it was kind of like weird.
Well,
A
maybe the
weird
studio
sort of
wanted this kind.
premonition
Who
thing.
knows? I feel like the femme fatale is the Rita Hayworth, and that the detective is Naomi Watts, and
Oh,
that David Lynch's person is Naomi Watts. He's Naomi Watts in this movie. He's that's his
I can see
female
that.
id.
I can see that.
Right? Because she's the detective in this. She's the hero. It's not Thoreau. He's not doing any investigation. He's like a different type of film noir character archetype. I don't, know. Like I have to, read more about film noir. If you want to understand like a lot of these plot things that he does, like there are a lot of tropes from film noir, right?
And again, you see recurring motifs from previous films. Again, the red curtains, the
red lampshade is a clue too. Every time that shows
apparently, yeah. The singer on stage, he always has to have a woman singing in every film of his. Has to. I'm trying to think. There was other stuff as well.
I would love to hear some. Like, I bet there's David Lynch scholars in the world that like PhDs in film study that have just do David Lynch. Right? You have to, because of all the world and all the academic. There's got to be some. I would love to see
like
what some of those theories are about. Like these people who just think about this all day, every day, and write about it. It may not be correct, but I bet they're fun to listen to. So at the end of the day, like I don't think anybody really knows the answer to what does this mean and what is that. But I think it's a lot of fun to talk about. And like I love to sit on a hill with friends and look at clouds and say, what is that cloud? And like, oh, do you see that? And like, and you sometimes you can't see anything that they say. What do you mean it looks like a cat? It doesn't look any, but then you see something, right? It's interesting. It's all angle, right? Because if you're laying down here and your friend is laying down here, you're seeing the same cloud from a different angle.
Yeah. Yeah,
and it is look like a cat, and it does look like a dragon, but it depends on how you look at it.
Absolutely. I would love, I think I would love to gain enough technical skill that David Lynch possessed over his years as a film director that I could produce something that like this, that kind of tries to emanate like my feelings and thoughts rather than being super literal with like trying to tell an engaging story. Like I really like this stuff is just so inspiring.
I'll tell you something about his technique that he does his own photography, right? Is that correct?
No, it was Peter Deming. Peter Deming.
Okay, because like he has some great shots at like bed height. And I saw this also in, I don't know if this is a famous David Lynch technique, but
Mm.
also in Blue Velvet, where he does this thing where he does the focus change, where there's two people laying in bed and he'll focus on the first person, right? And then he changes the
focus pulling.
thing.
Yeah.
The focus pull, right? And like he loves that. He does such
He's
a wonderful, like it's such a meticulous, like when he does finally get it into frame, it's sharp as a fucking tack, and you know, it's like you can tell he knows where to put the fucking thing. So
focus pulling is focus pulling is
right?
such a fine art. It's like
nowadays you press a button.
I feel bad for his. No, you don't. You still
have to do it like that.
Yeah, you still have to do it manually.
Idea.
And you have to look at a screen and like you rotate it just the slightest amount, and it takes a lot of practice. Like I had to do it for a short film with my friends,
but you can't like go like back and forth like that, right? Because otherwise it'll look all weird. Like it looks like you're focusing, or can you do that?
I think they just like he knows where he starts and he knows where he ends, and he almost has to be like a robot.
It's like
and do the right, like he knows the speed and where he's going to end. And to me, that's when a sign of a chef. Like there's certain things I can't do no matter how much I practice cooking, like certain sauce things or little fucking splashy techniques that shows like knife skills. Like there's certain knife skills that these guys have that where they dice the onion perfect. Like there's a million diced onions, just like the exact same size, right? And like when I chop an onion, it's not going to be the exact same size. And like you can tell a master who's been doing it for a long time because he's just got those knives and they're sharp and you know.
And the understanding of like what lenses to use to get that beautiful halation effect you get on like lights, like street lamps and headlights and stuff.
I love that shot when she's coming down the hill and it's up, and then the palm trees and then the Mulholland. That is what I fucked up because I wanted to get. There's probably plenty of screenshots of that, but I think that's a beautiful. It's so surreal and like it's like a neighborhood, but it's also the palms.
I feel like
the light, and the
you
moon.
can't appreciate that shot, the Mulholland Drive shot. I feel like you can't appreciate that shot as a still image. I think you have to see it in motion,
moving. As the light shines over.
The way it's perfect. Yeah,
and you know what? Beautiful. I don't want to talk about Ari Aster, but it just reminded me that his last movie has a shot just like that in the beginning, and I wonder if that's an homage to this film because
probably
the name of the town is he does the sign. The title of the movie is not the movie; it's the sign, just like in this.
Eddington,
and so but he does the same pullout, and I'm wondering if he's just like, oh, this is for David because he died.
Yeah, that makes sense. Anyway, do we want to score this up?
Yeah,
sure.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
I think we forgot about any part. This movie's long, right? So I think we covered everything.
Again, I'm gonna say it again. This is one of the best films ever made. Like David Lynch just hits two bangers out of the park.
Yeah.
I think it's hard. I think I slightly prefer Blue Velvet. I think it's just a really concise and locked narrative. But this movie is just like beautiful and stunning and just like incredibly acted, incredibly crafted in every way. I don't have more praises to say.
It's like a suit that only he could make.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think if I have like any hang-ups with it. Not really. I think it's exactly the way you wanted to make it.
It can't be. You know why? Because it's a pilot combined with a extended, right? So, like, if he had his druthers, he probably wanted to make the show. Or if he had his real druthers, he would have the budget he had for this for every episode
Maybe
of a TV show. Which is what, if I was a trillionaire, I would find the David Lynches of the world and I would say, here's $1 billion, make the most expensive make Dune this David Lynch way. Of TV show.
I think that's essentially what Twin Peaks season 3 was. Like, they gave him the biggest budget possible to make that.
Well, he earned it, right?
Yeah.
Was it good?
Have you not watched it yet?
I haven't. I watched like a couple episodes of season 3 and never watched it again.
I watched the first episode and I loved it, but I haven't finished it yet.
Yeah, I watched the first 3 and
still
then I was
going
like,
through it.
Something else happened. I never went back and watched it.
Yeah, but apparently it's incredible. So,
okay.
I think that's my only hang up is there's just like little threads that don't go anywhere, and I'm like, I wish there was more. So I'm going to give it a 95. I'm going to give it a 95 out of 100. 95 out of 100.
You just gave the last one a 98.
8. Yeah. No, I didn't.
What did you give it? In the same ballpark.
I gave Blue Velvet a 98. I gave I
See,
gave
this is the
what's it
problem.
called?
We're gonna run into a
Eraserhead.
fucking.
What's an
You guys are
again?
destroy one of the
Eraserhead.
movies.
Eraserhead? I gave that one an
Yeah.
80, and I'm giving this one a 95.
Okay.
It's fantastic. Everyone
Go
should
ahead,
watch it as soon as possible.
Um,
It might change you.
I feel like when you watch I love that we're doing these movies in a row and they're David Lynch movies because it really gets you to target in on certain patterns and things that you keep seeing and like you see
Oh, no, where'd
certain
he
things
go?
reoccur. Then okay,
Good.
well we'll let him
You're
fix
good. You're
it.
good. You're good.
Okay. The nostalgia, right? And the filtering that and the mystery, his love for film noir. I feel like he went to art school and they put a bunch of stuff in his head that he didn't even know about. And that's what showed up in some of his early films. But all that stuff is gone. Like, this is not an existentialist film. This is not a brutalist film like Eraserhead. Eraserhead to me was a psychedelic brutalist existentialist movie that he didn't even know he was making. And he may not that might not resonate with him, but like anyone who's, seen Kafka, it's like you can't ignore. It's like saying this movie had nothing to do with the 50s. When it's like obviously anyone who's ever experienced anything from the 50s can see it show up. And he may not say, well, this is my prism of experience through that, because it's obvious. It's very obvious,
Yeah.
right?
And I think Blue Velvet's really about like suburban decay, and then this one's again. I'm just like adding to what you were saying.
So like I think of these movies, not Eraserhead, but these two movies as chapter sets in a long, long book of the same novel. And it's film noir the David Lynch way. And this is the LA noir version. And he goes to different, and this is just my feeling, right? I'm thinking of it right now. And it's like, if you made an anthology of film noir novels, right? But it was in a book this big, and like David Lynch.
I agree.
So sorry.
It's alarm goes
oh my
off
God.
again.
Sonny,
It's a good thing.
stop making me
cancellation's on.
repeat my timer. She's so crazy. She's like, "Are you done yet?" I'm like, "No." Don't worry, Sonny.
She's like, I need you in makeup right now.
Sonny, sometimes it's better to wait.
Oh God.
Okay, so like, I feel like this is his. He loves film noir so much. He like keeps like trying to make those archetype movies, and at the same time it has his flavor, and I really enjoy it. And like, I can't wait to see the next David Lynch movie to see if this pattern continues, because like I've seen these movies but not in this back-to-back context. And yeah, I think it's like a 92. And if this is your first David Lynch movie, it's probably not a great place to start. But if you've already been through this, and this other thing, Naomi Watts, like the fact, like, she fits the archetype of a 50s film star. Talk about like size zero. Like, she's wearing some outfits that I couldn't even get my fucking hand through. And and I know that's not a credit to her. She just has that certain body type and face and everything. And then the way she twists it, it becomes almost the male protagonist in the relationship, right? She's doing all kinds of fuck. And then she has the breakdown and like the look that she gives at the I'm sorry if I'm going long. The look that she gives the Rita Hayworth character at the place where they're having the marriage, the proposal, right? They're doing the party, and that random lady comes in and just kisses her. That's Dream Theory, right? That's just
Melissa
like this
George,
that looks kind of like her, and then she looks at her, and I'm like, oh my God, you're gonna kill her with that look. But like, Naomi Watts is phenomenal. I think did King Kong come out after this or before?
After, I think 2003.
I feel like she captured that 40s, 50s thing so well that Peter Jackson's like, that's her, the one for this. And like, I was looking at, like, I had forgotten about how many bangers she made in like 15-year period.
Funny Games is incredible.
She is one of the great actors, in the male or female, Robert De Niro, everybody. She's right there for me right now. Like, I'm really like I didn't, she's beautiful, obviously gorgeous and all that stuff too. But like, there's levels to this shit.
Yeah. Wow.
That's it. 92.
Absolutely. Time.
Okay. This movie, it just had everything that I love. It had, I mean, first of all, it takes place in LA, so I love LA. The ability, I like when actors can do this, and there's multiple actresses that did this in this movie, where they play multiple parts of the same person in the movie,
Distinctly.
and they feel different, but yet they all feel the same, like, or they feel familiar to each other. You know, it's like the core is there, but they're just different offshoots of that person. Like they did it in Severance a lot, obviously, and I love that show. I love the actors that can do that and that. So this movie was like, you know, that.
And can I just add to that just for a second? She also does an incredible job of embodying the prostitute from earlier in the film as well. When she's handing the hitman the photo, like she's embodying, like she's playing the prostitute from earlier as well, and she does a great job there too. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, at the very end.
At the very end, yeah, at the diner.
She's playing the prostitute.
She's not,
Yeah, she does.
Yeah,
W. Bitsy.
She's playing the prostitute from earlier that that hitman was asking about. That's why her eyes are like sunken in that scene and
brief,
everything. She's very fidgety like her as well. She does an incredible job there too. It's just like,
and then the waitress has the Betty tag.
Yeah, the same thing. Yeah,
right. So like, you know,
everyone's
like,
just
yeah. I think that overall this movie was fantastic. It was surreal. It was mind blowing. I liked Naomi Watts in this movie. I thought she was good.
What?
I don't think she was as good as Laura Herring to me.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah, I thought
Laura Herring's great.
Killed it. Maybe it's because I'm partial to Mexicans. Maybe that's what it is. It has to be it, you know? I mean, okay. Naomi Watts was fantastic, obviously. The one at the end when she was on top of her and they're both naked, she was like scary because she was like, "Let me love you," and then she's like, "We shouldn't do this anymore." And then she dug her elbow into like her fucking stomach, and she's like, "No, don't say that again." That was terrifying.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I was like, I feel like I should be feeling something else, but this is very terrifying right now.
That's David Lynch. It's that unease, like something beautiful and something uneasy.
I have
underneath.
another wild take real quick. I think she had a boob job in between the takes, right? Because they show the boobs in the one scene, and these boobs are not the same
exact
boobs.
same thing. I thought the exact same thing.
Okay, good.
Like, this is a different actress.
Yeah,
the exact same thing. But there was one other thing I want to add at the beginning of the movie. When it starts, like, you know, going how it goes, whatever, I was like, they should have called this movie Sensuality, the movie by David Lynch, because it was like so sensual, whatever. And then as it kept going, I go, oh, this is exactly what that is. Like, everything is just like so like sexy and just like, you know, like in your face and just like, I'm feeling away, and I love this.
Yeah, it's like underlying.
Yeah, I'm so happy I watched this movie. I'm so happy I watched David Lynch's work. I'm happy we're on this kick right now. Yeah, this is 100.
Maybe after next week.
100. Wow.
What?
Yeah.
Speed of light.
Speed of light.
Does this supplant Scott
Pilgrim? There are two different movies, and it's like it's so hard.
Two different movies. The cope is real. Here we go. The copium. Oh, it's two different movies. Here we go. Okay, you're gonna have to think about that a little bit.
That's gonna be a discussion for a later date.
You have to watch it a couple times for it to be your favorite, though, right?
Exactly. He's right. Yeah.
Okay.
But
so we have to do some homework.
We
have to watch the animated version. Have you seen the animated version?
And I'm a huge
Did you know there's an animated version of this?
Now, not symbolism, shapeism.
What is shapeism? You can't invent shapeism.
I can. I just did.
All right. I mean, you can.
I also want to say, for anyone who
can I give my final review again? I have
so
much fun.
I also want to say, if anyone wants to get into David Lynch, I think the first place to start is Twin Peaks. Like, I think you got to watch Twin Peaks. That eases you into it, and then everything else just goes
if you don't get Twin Peaks, or you don't find it interesting, or it doesn't click with you right away, you're probably not going to like his stuff.
I have an announcement.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Good.
I have an announcement. I am proclaiming right now that 2001 Naomi Watts is my official celebrity crush.
Wow. Just 2001
official.
Whatever this era is.
Okay.
I don't know. Like, there's a period.
That's a big honor.
That's what I'm saying, and I'm like, is this really happening right
I mean,
now?
it could be
Because it's been Rachel
2000s
Weisz before.
King Kong.
It
Also,
was it was Rachel Weisz for a long time.
okay.
Let's
It was
get
Rachel Weisz
Naomi
from The
Watts on
Mummy.
the podcast. So we can give her this award.
Naomi,
Australia's own.
Australia's own. We claim her.
did you know
claim
that
her.
she's the daughter of the manager of Pink Floyd?
I didn't.
Did you know that?
Roger
So she
Watts.
was already
hers.
no, the manager.
Oh,
the fucking, but the manager's probably very, very well. Like she is so, like I don't know, like I don't know. It's like a combination of it's her talent that is the difference, right? Because that scene, and I'm like, oh my god, this actor is like a fucking genius a little bit right now.
She was in The Ring.
The Ring's incredible. She's great in it. I love it.
She's in a favorite movie, Eastern Promises with Viggo, a Cronenberg movie, David Cronenberg, who's to me the parallel to this director, right? David Cronenberg does a lot of the same shit that this director does.
See
Lynch.
that sort of,
and we'll talk about it at another time. Why it's a lot of the body horror stuff. It's a lot of the tension and the niceness, and there's things you'll see when you see it. But have you guys seen Eastern Promises?
Okay.
What a great gangster movie, because it's about the Russian mafia in London. So you're not getting the Italian stuff, and Viggo Mortensen is trying to like stop him, but it's a great action movie, and there's some fucking crazy violence in it, and it is a great love story and like exciting, and it's a beefy movie. And I you know, if we weren't in a David Lynch mode, I would love to watch it. Maybe after this.
Cronenberg, yeah.
Cronenberg made The Fly? That's crazy.
He did, yeah.
Cronenberg, he made Scanner. He's a fucking G.
There's a lot of movies in here. Shit.
He made the documentary about sleep paralysis on Netflix that he produced.
Says he made Jason X.
He didn't make Jason X. He's in Jason X.
Oh, he's in Jason. Same thing.
He's in it.
That's the same thing.
He didn't make it, but he's in it.
He endorsed it. It's the same thing.
He's like the kind of guy like supports documentaries, he'll fund things.
Sorry.
And no, please.
Yeah, Jason X is good. I'll just put that out there. Anyone who doesn't understand sexual liberation and like those sort of themes, it's a great movie.
This movie's about sexual liberation too, because they didn't have a lot of lesbian relationships in 2001 like this.
That's what I was like. I was asking my dad, when did this movie come out? They didn't have a lot of movies like this. But no. There's that movie with Natasha Lyonne. But I'm a Cheerleader. That came out before this, but yeah, it's pretty taboo. Anyway, what are we doing next week? What are we doing next
Gina
week?
Gershon is the correct answer for late 90s lesbian
Gina Gershon
coming out films. Gina Gershon, and there's another actress, Jennifer Tilly, that did a lot of roles like this. Okay, the next movie is got to be another. But this is the thing. I'm going to torture you guys, because I don't know if you're ready to go back to the world of Eraserhead and the like. I pick all the crazy monster movie versions because I want to watch Elephant Man.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
And like I thought that we were going to do Lost Highway or Inland Empire, but I think that I'm afraid that we're going to miss Elephant Man because it's so different than these other ones. It's more in the Eraserhead vein. It's not a film noir. I don't know what the fuck it is. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I would love to see. And it's a black and white movie, and I think it's what I took from it when I first saw it was it's a character study of the human spirit, and like this guy could have fucking ended it any time, and he would have very good reason. And he had a big fucking problem with society, and they did not treat him well. But like it's just inspirational. It's just like overcoming, and like he sticks to his shit, and like he knows who he is and what your body is not who you are, and like fighting through like the things that you have to go through, and like it makes everything look less severe that you have to go through, right? So it's got to be Elephant Man, and I haven't seen it in a long time. I hope it holds up, but it's Lynch.
I'm gonna watch.
I'm looking forward to it.
Elephant Man movie.
The animated version?
No, the Rocky Dennis
Dumbo?
one.
Mask.
Yeah. Eric Roberts. Is that Eric? No, Eric Stoltz.
Eric
Well, we have to make
Stoltz.
Ginger Pill. We have to bring
He was
Ginger Pill
originally going to be in Back to the Future, but they cut him out. They
Elephant Man.
recast him halfway through production.
Tom,
Anyway,
do you want to talk about the Golden Banana tonight? We have a big show in like 45 minutes.
Tonight, we're having the goldest of the golden bananas.
This is the biggest show ever.
Biggest show ever.
Scared.
Tonight, 45 minutes, I think. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, 45 minutes. It's Lance goes on. Yeah, we're gonna have Slurp Whiz. We're gonna have Pastor Lee Rogers.
Whoa.
I do
We're
love
gonna
Pastor
have-
Lee Rogers.
Pastor Lee's great. You know, we're gonna have
Funny.
Elvis. We're gonna Elvis also. I didn't
He
want
was
to leave him
making
out,
me
but I wanted to
laugh
mention.
during rehearsal.
Last night, Lance did a battle royale night, and
Oh,
we
yeah?
played
How'd it go?
Battlefield 6 for like 3 hours. No, 4 hours. Like 4 hours.
Is that EA?
Yeah, it was Ram,
Saudis.
Lance, myself, and Reed. That was very fun. And then
Sick.
Ram had to go at some point, and then Ram was replaced by Pastor Lee for Fortnite at the end of it. That was fun.
Oh, yeah.
What? Pastor Lee special
Pastor Lee
unlockable
special, yeah.
event?
It was very nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
So he's a
That's
good
cool
dude.
that he felt cool enough to come into the community and hang
Yeah.
out with us. It
Very
means
cool
a
dude.
lot to me that he feels comfortable.
Yeah.
Did he play in character, or was he just himself?
He's
He's
himself.
chilling.
He's
King
himself.
chilling.
King
like,
chill.
it's late night. He's
Yeah.
just trying to like feel the vibe out, make sure
Yeah.
we're not a bunch of suckers. We are. Spoiler alert. And then tomorrow I just want to say one more
tomorrow,
thing.
that's
Just
right.
say I have
Yes.
an interview with Matt Teabagger. I'm doing a development series on A Time and Place of My choosing, where I'm having guests come on to talk about how they develop their shows, because people don't understand that Bagger spent 6 weeks, at least more than that, making this show, and we have to take a week off because Dark is traveling, and so I want to sit down with him and talk about what it's like to make something from the bottom up like this, and the work, and then the next week we'll have Lance on, and we're going to talk about how we make GB, and of course I'd like to have you guys on, and we can talk about all this shit and this
I'd love
stuff
to.
and this, and I think just I didn't want to just keep doing the same interview over and over with people, because now if we have a theme for season 2, and we can talk about the makers and making things and the struggles and the
difficulties,
all the stuff that goes with it.
And I mean, if you want me on to talk about the making of the blueprint, I can talk about that as well.
You think we want to come on a time and place of my choosing?
His choosing.
Wow. Do you think you? Yeah, I'll probably have you on week 3, JC. Stay ready.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the thing. I start booking people.
Love it. Awesome. This has been fun, guys. I'm looking forward to next week, where we will be reviewing The Elephant Man.
Puppy time.
Mr.
It's
JC
puppy time now.
signing off.
Give me puppy time.
This is time also signing off.
This is Garfield.